Hello viewers, it has been a very long while since I have made a commentary sort of video, but there is one finally right here. This one is a little different to others that I have made. Instead of talking about Smash Brothers or Mario, I decided to talk about who I think is the most underrated YouTuber, Just Art. If you click this, you most likely know who Just Art is. You can skip here if you do, but for those who don't know, I'll give you a quick explanation. Just Art is an animatic channel, who mainly focuses on doing animations on the Doki Doki Literature Club franchise. However, instead of giving the characters the same personalities in the base game, they come up with their own character development for the characters. Ever since they introduced OCs however, such as the Lub Dub Writing Club and Olivia, we start to see that while this is just a goofy nonsensical show, there is some lore hiding under our noses. We started to really take notice on some lore ever since a video named Odd Hours released, which really showed the viewers the serious side of this fabulous show. Okay, now back to the video. So first things first, the Literature Club. Just so all fans are aware, these club members do not interact the same way as they do within the base game. These characters have their very own unique and special personalities that are somewhat different to the base game of ddlc. For instance, Monica isn't evil or Yuri isn't insane. And as most fans know, a lot of OCs are introduced throughout the show. There are quite a few, but let me analyze all of them. First off, we'll start with Aikido. He's not very important so far, however, all you really need to know is that Aikido is a cop and he is friends with the Dokis and Kaneki. If you read the description in the Taylor Excellence, it tells you that Aikido lives home with his mum and dad. It is really important to know that Kaneki lives alongside Aikido. Now let's talk about Kaneki. In the description for Car Ride, it explains that Kaneki is the Doki's go-to Uber driver, and how they met is a little weird too. Basically what happened is that Sono, Sayori's brother, is the place where they first used him for Uber. When Monica and Kaneki first met, Monica accused Kaneki of stealing. And who would have guessed that the police officer to arrive was Aikido? Turns out, no crimes committed, and Monica just dropped her yen. Shortly after that, Kaneki and Aikido grew closer to each other. If you're wondering, nope. So far, Aikido's parents have no lore at all so far, apart from the fact that they live in the same house as Aikido. Also, I should have brought this up from the start, but apparently every single OC in the show has a mildly disturbing backstory to them, but I think we will only gather information on that as soon as the wiki is created. Also, this lore really reminds me of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Then there is the Lub Dub Writing Club. Surprisingly, there actually isn't much to say about these students. All that I can really say is that 1, they are extremely similar to the Dokis, and 2, they attend a whole different school. I assume that there is way more in the deep end of all this, but that's all I know so far. Okay, now we get into the more deep part of this lore. A schoolgirl named Sakura. Okay, let's start simple. Sakura first attended the exact same school as the Lub Dubs at first, until completely switching over to the same school as the Dokis. This exact same school is the same school that Satomi attends, which is how they met each other in the first place. The reason they first met each other for now is unknown, other than the fact that she is very popular at the school. Until one day, a man-eating demon chose Sakura as their prey. More to the demon later, but for now, Sakura. So now, since that she is infected, she always has the urge to eat people. The reason she was infected is because since she's popular, that equals more people that she can eat. The upsetting part about all this is that she is barely even conscious of what she is doing, meaning it is difficult for her to make relationships with people around her. So sad. A music video by Just Art named Out of My Head basically shows Sakura's thoughts on the whole incident. And who would have thought she's upset? No way, oh my gosh, I'd be happy if that was me, I'm kidding, I wouldn't be happy. We can see within the video and a picture on Instagram that this demon actually hurt Sakura both physically and mentally, which is probably the reason why the lyrics in Out of My Head are a little sad. It is said that many times Sakura tried to stop herself being with the monster many times, is a G-rated version of all this, but the monster is obviously too powerful to let that happen. Now let's talk about the most scrumptious part of the lore so far, the demon. The origin story is really long, so let me explain. So, nah, I'm kidding. The origin story is actually unknown for it so far, but there is still a ton to talk about. Its body type is very similar to that of a spider, and its tongue apparently is long enough to swallow running victims. The demon also seems to have no gender at all. It also said that it is extremely smart. The size of it all really depends on how much people consumes. It mainly consumes basically whoever is in front of it, but for now, it is consuming students within the Doki's school. An interesting fact in the Instagram is that the reason it takes possessions of people's bodies is because in an ordinary form, it is impossible to swallow humans. It's so smart that the reason it takes control of objects is so it can come off as harmless only to gulp up someone in the end. The reason though and how it died is that it fell into a bin of hot wax. I mean, I was kinda expecting something a little more epic, but I guess I'll take it. Anyway, it also has the ability to take control of 3 things at a time. The very first possession that it decided to take was a random stray dog that it discovered. Sadly, the dog was already hit by a vehicle within the first place, but it managed to still take control. What it likes to do while possessing the dog is chase after college students after they have finished school. They managed to escape the dog, however, with very mild injuries. I think because of that, the demon got bored with the dog, leaving it to rot. And the demon's final victim so far, and my personal favourite, Angelina Jones. And nope, I'm not calling it the possessed doll, I'm calling it Angelina Jones, because I love the doll episode a lot. Angelina is known to be a highly vintage and rare doll made from wood. When the demon possessed Angelina, it did its best to try and possess Sayori, but obviously it failed, and got whacked by Natsuki. At the very end of the doll episode, it is found out that Monika's mother purchased the doll at the antique store, bringing the doll back to the girls. However, what we didn't see is that Monika literally burnt the doll off screen, as shown in the Instagram. The demon faced a lot of pain while being burnt, and had to recover in Angelina, only to leave Angelina's body to now live in Sakura. That was a lot of information on the demon monster. However, the lore still continues, but don't worry, it gets a little bit more simple now. Let's talk about the boys. If you've seen the Guide Time episode, then you know exactly what I am talking about. There is Natsukin, Natsuki's older brother, Yurin, Yuri's older brother, Roy/MC, Sayori's love interest, and finally Sono, Monika's love interest. A lot of them don't really add to the lore so far, other than the fact that Natsukin is in the sleepover episode. However, I would have left it there if it wasn't for one other OC, Olivia. Olivia is a self-centered Australian girl featured within Summer Bummer. In one scene, she explains to the girls that she is dating Yurin, but broke up because of Natsuki. It is found out in a community post, however, that Natsuki wasn't the reason they broke up, but actually because of Olivia. Yurin decided to break up with Olivia, not Olivia. According to the post, they would constantly argue and make everyone uncomfortable once they were together. Yuri also hates the relationship, because Olivia bullied Yuri back in the day. The first time that they broke up was because Yurin found out that Olivia was a bully, but they got back together after Olivia tells Yurin that she has changed for the better. Though, when they got back together, they treated each other as if they didn't even exist. They would barely talk to each other or be together at all. Because of this, Yurin broke up with her again, and now because of this, she's a weirdo-obsessed girl or something. And now finally, the very last bit of lore that I have to talk about is from both Poison and Panic Pills. Okay, the story is extremely long, so I'll try my best to put it in a short version. So the guy's name in Panic Pills is Kumi, and he basically has a love interest in both Kayen and Convena, the two of the people in Poison video. It is also said that apparently Kumi annoyed Kayen so much that Kayen hurt Kumi a little with a blade, Mo Sizlak style. Kayen was definitely out of the picture for Kumi because of the incident. Well, it didn't really matter anyway because Kumi's quote-unquote friends explained to Kayen that Convena and Kayen are already in a relationship. This caused Kumi to basically stop having crushes. One day, Kumi decided to go for a walk until some evil guys kidnapped Kumi and made him unconscious. Kumi then woke up tied to a chair, as well as 8 others, with a TV screen facing them. Unfortunately, these people were forced to watch Jurassic Park on DVD, turning them slowly insane. Okay, but obviously, in all seriousness, the guys who kidnapped the people injected them with illegal substances. If we're keeping this PG rated, let's just say that in the end, the police, aka Aikido, had to get involved into the situation, but sadly, there was not really a happy ending. We did it. We covered the entire lore and the entire Just Art channel. Well, that I know of. I probably missed hundreds of stuff regarding the Dokis, and I'm really sorry if that's the case. Anyways, I decided to make this video because how big of a fan I am of Just Art. I'm such a big fan, I even made my own poster. No, I'm literally not even kidding. Like, I literally have my own very own poster. Check it out. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? So I really hope you guys enjoyed the deep dive I took into this. I most likely will continue making videos on the lore as time goes on, but I will most likely only talk about Nintendo and Sega related stuff on the channel from now on, maybe. And Just Art, if you're watching this, I just want to tell you that YouTube created something truly remarkable. Your channel is absolutely and criminally underrated. I promise you, you're going places. Thank you both for creating this groundbreaking series. Also, this isn't in the script, but just art. I'm really sorry if I messed up a lot of this lore. The only lore I really know is like Mario and Sonic. I don't know much lore. I don't really pay attention to much lore. I'm sorry if I messed it up, man. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.